What's up, everybody? This is Read the Bible with me. I'm Stan Jr., and today we're looking at chapter 47 of the book of Genesis. I'm so excited that you decided to read the Bible with me today. I just want to take a second and thank all of my patrons, those that sow into the ministry to help me do these videos. It's a group of people that I pray for every single morning. And I'm just so very grateful for them because I don't think I could do this without them. They help me pay for little stuff you don't think about when you have to make these videos. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you would like to become a supporter, a lifetime supporter of $1 or $5 or $10 a month, you can go to the link in my description box below. There we go. You can go there and become a part of the Read the Bible with Me club. So it's a Bible reading club, and you just give in any amount you like, and it really support me and help me. Also, if you haven't subscribed, why haven't you? Click the subscribe button. And while you're down in the description box, I've got merchandise there, like t-shirts and hoodies and stuff like that. And so you can buy that kind of stuff too and support. All right, so let's look at chapter 47. It says, "So Joseph went in and told Pharaoh, 'My father and my brothers, with their flocks and their herds of all that they possess, have come from the land of Canaan. They are now in the land of Goshen.' And from among his brothers he took 5 men and presented them to Pharaoh. Pharaoh said to his brothers, 'What is your occupation?' And they said to Pharaoh, 'Your servants are shepherds, as our fathers were.' And they said to Pharaoh, 'We have come to sojourn in the land, for there is no pasture for your servants' flocks. For the famine is severe in the land of Canaan, and now please let your servants dwell in the land of Goshen.' Then Pharaoh said to Joseph, 'Your father and your brothers have come to you, and the land of Egypt is before you. Settle your father and your brothers in the best of the land. Let them settle in the land of Goshen, and if you know any able men among them, put them in charge of my livestock.' Then Joseph brought to Jacob his father and stood him before Pharaoh. And Jacob blessed Pharaoh. And Pharaoh said to Jacob, 'How many are the days of the years of your life?' And Jacob said to Pharaoh, 'The days of the years of my sojournings are 130 years. Few and evil have been the days of the years of my life, and they have not attained to the days of the years of the life of my fathers in the days of their sojourning.' And Jacob blessed Pharaoh and went out from the presence of Pharaoh. Then Joseph settled his father and his brothers and gave them a possessions in the land of Egypt, in the best of the land, in the land of Ramesses, as Pharaoh had commanded. And Joseph provided his father, his brothers, and his father's household with food, according to the number of their dependents. Now, there was no food in all of the land, for the famine was very severe, so that the land of Egypt and the land of Canaan languished by the reason of famine. And Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan in exchange for the grain that they bought, and Joseph brought the money to Pharaoh's house. And when the money was all spent in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came to Joseph and said, 'Give us food. Why should we die before your eyes? For our money is gone.' And Joseph answered, 'Give your livestock, and I will give you food in exchange for your livestock. If your money is gone.' So they brought their livestock to Joseph, and Joseph gave them food in exchange for the horses and the flocks and the herds and the donkeys. He supplied them with food in exchange for all of their livestock that year. And when that year was ended, they came to him the following year and said to him, 'We will not hide from my lord that our money is all spent. The herds of our livestock are my lord's. There is nothing left in the sight of my lord but our bodies and our land. Why should we die before your eyes, both we and our land? Buy us and our land for food, and when we with our land will be servants to Pharaoh, and give us seed that we may live and not die, and that the land may not be desolate.' So Joseph bought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh, and all of the Egyptians sold their fields, because the famine was severe on them. the land became Pharaoh's, and as for the people, he made servants of them, from one end of Egypt to the other of the land. Only the land of the priests he did not buy. For the priests had a fixed allowance from Pharaoh and lived on the allowance that Pharaoh gave them. Therefore, they did not sell their land. Then Joseph said to the people, Behold, I have this day brought you and your land for Pharaoh. Now there is seed for you, and you shall sow the land. And the harvest you shall give a fifth to Pharaoh, and your fifth shall be your own, as seed for the field, and as food for yourselves and your households, and as food for your little ones. And they said, You have saved our lives. May it please my Lord, we will be servants to Pharaoh. So Joseph made it a statute concerning the land of Egypt. And it stands to this day that Pharaoh should have the fifth, and land of the priests alone did not become Pharaoh's. Thus Israel settled in the land of Egypt and in the land of Goshen, and they gained possessions in it, and were fruitful and multiplied greatly. And Jacob lived in the land of Egypt 17 years. So the days of Jacob, the years of his life, were 147 years. And when the time drew near that Israel must die, he called his son Joseph and said to him, If now I have found favor in your sight, put your hand under my thigh and promise to deal kindly and truly with me. Do not bury me in Egypt, but let me lie with my fathers. Carry me out of Egypt and bury me in the burying place. He answered, I will do as you have said. And he said, Swear to me. And he swore to him. Then Israel bowed himself upon the head of his bed. Now, this is so interesting to me that the very person that people got rid of, the very person that people sold into slavery, the person that no one liked, the person that got dismayed and got pushed away and pushed to the side, that person became the person that supplied the entire family. So it's so interesting to know that God will pick up one and put down another. It's so interesting to understand that God is ultimately in control. And so the people that are leaders today may not be leaders tomorrow. The people that aren't leaders today may be our leaders tomorrow. So you need to understand that it is not totally up to the person, but God also has a plan for everybody. And if you are not doing his will, when you get into that place of power and position, he'll just take you down and put up and replace you. No one is irreplaceable. God has replacements for everybody that decides that they're going to be stuck up in pride, or they're going to do what they think is best. And when that happens, God will just simply remove them. So it's very interesting fact that Joseph, who was pushed to the side and sold into slavery, is now the person that has to feed the entire nation of Egypt. That may be one of us today, that somebody not thinking about you, but one day you're going to be the person, you're going to be the leader. Praise God. And so that was chapter 47 of the book of Genesis. Like I always said, if you came in a little later, I am praying every day for those of my patrons, the people that support. So if you would like to support this ministry, just click in my description box and become a patron, a lifelong patron that gives $1, $5, $10 to this mission of reading this Bible all the way through, front to back. And I would really appreciate you. It helps me make these videos. So thank you. You could buy a t-shirt. Go ahead and buy a t-shirt and some merchandise. All right. And also, if you haven't subscribed, please click that subscribe button. So till I see you next time, when I see you next time, we'll be reading chapter 48. God bless you. Peace.